everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, back with another episode of One Take Testing, the show in which I aim to give you a sense of how a deck plays, give you my thoughts on it, and showcase a strategy all in one singular take. We are currently on take number 1, and I believe I see some non-subs in chat. Well, we can fix that. And enjoy being silent unless you have given me money. And on the topic of giving me money, today's episode comes courtesy of an individual who bought the highest tier Patreon that I offer, which allows them 1 10-minute testing per month. But in their magnanimity, they have decided to use it on a one take. They have used their possible deck on this beauty. A monstrous thing devised not only by them, but by dinosaur aficionado Giant Skyhawk. I give you the next stage in evolution of dinosaurs, Dinowrestlers. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Joseph, ever since the miscellaneous source hit, I have had a decidedly dino-shaped hole in my heart, and I understand you. I, too, long for the days when I used to be able to scum wins off of anyone just by activating a miscellaneous source from hand, but unfortunately those days are long behind us, and Dinosaur has fallen off not only Tier 1, not only Tier 2, not only Tier 3, but off the meta snapshot entirely. But fear not. There are some very powerful dino monsters that are currently seeing no play whatsoever. The Dinowrestlers. Now, there's one of them that you all know. It's really good. It's Dinowrestler Pankratops. This card, of course, was a staple in the format where it was foolishly unlimited. But did you know there are other Dinowrestlers as well? These individuals are stronger than the average Joe, and they include Dinowrestler Escrimamenchi, Dinowrestler Iguanodraca, Dinowrestler Cystegosaur. Okay, that one was almost usable. Dinowrestler Capapatera. And Dinowrestler Valeonix. Dinowrestler Colisilat is also in here. It is used as an extender in Halka Fibrax Auroradon combos, but here it is being used for a much more noble purpose. This is a blind second dino build that aims to use the power of cards like Scrap Wyvern alongside the power of cards like World Dino Wrestling. And let me tell you, a lot of these bad boys like Cystegosaur, if you summon them from deck, allow you to plus absolutely to infinity. A really fantastic way to get Pankratops onto your side of the field and then followed up with a normal summoned Oviraptor. We also get to play the Dinowrestler Lynx. Did you know this card exists? Dinowrestler Terra Parkourio. Oh my god, I just realized its name is a pun on the play of parkour. It allows you, if you activate World Dino Wrestling, to target a Dinowrestler monster in the graveyard and add it to your hand. Then if it's sent to the graveyard as link material, you can just special a Dinowrestler back. That's ridiculous. It's an unbelievably powerful link climbing tool, and alongside Dinowrestler King T. Rextal, forms an easy line to access code talker and quick OTKs. So, we are going to jump into US West Casual. We are going to host with the password DNA, and we are going to take the first individual to try and take a bite out of the champ. SGG, you are today's lucky contestant. Let's make it happen. All right, so we're going second. That's ideal. Oh my god, and this hand is already fantastic. So we've got the World Dino Wrestling, we've got the Foolish Burial Goods, we've got Dinowrestler Valeonix, which we can special summon if only our opponent controls a monster. And then if we control a link 3 or higher Dinowrestler, then all of our monsters are unaffected. We also have Soul Eating Oviraptor, very, very powerful. Oh, and our opponent is on what appears to be the Sun Avalon deck. This is a deck that I've wanted to take another look at after the new support it's about to get in Bode, or maybe just got. It was a very powerful combo deck, but really lacked finishers. Right now, it has some finishers. They're just a little less powerful than I think the deck would demand. Okay, so we're going to go into the Nene Queen here. Ricocrene Strene is going to allow our opponent to detach a material, then add a Rick card in our graveyard to the hand, and if it's tributed, you can special a rank 5 or higher plant Xyz. That's, of course, going to come in very handy. Sunvine Shrine pitching a Sunseed Twin. Boy, that's fantastic. We'll bring back the Genius Loci. And then we will go ahead and go into an Aromatherapy Jasmine, a great way to pitch off this copy of the Xyz monster, cycle it into a Aeromage Laurel, the pick here. That's going to trigger the graveyard effect of their monster alongside the hand effect of Primula, the Rika Fairy. That allows it to special summon itself, and it can modulate levels as well. All right, so down comes Divine Tree Beast Hyperaton. It's got a monster attached, so it can negate that. Next up is the second Jasmine. We'll trigger Laurel here. And then we'll trigger both Jasmines because we gained life points. A fun fact, that is not a hard once per turn. That first effect is a hard once per turn. That second one isn't. So they're going to be able to +2 off of this. I don't know why Chad is spamming Brick. This is a very playable hand. All right, we'll get a copy of Maiden to hand here. Boo, turn is too long. Losing viewer retention and add more memes and sharp cuts. Hey, SGG, I don't care how much hopium you're on. This deck is not going to be meta. Cut it out. Down comes Sun Avalon Dryrenturary. That's going to get a Sun Avalon spell trap for Sun Avalon Bloom. Going to set one card, and is that the end of the turn? What a powerful end board. Oh, right on fucking time, buddy. Okay. So we're going to begin with an activation of World Dino Wrestling. We are going to follow it up with a Foolish Burial Goods. That is going to allow us to send a copy of World Dino Wrestling to the graveyard, and because our opponent controls more monsters than us, we can go for the World Dino Wrestling here. Now, unfortunately, I think we have to shoot for the Pankratops right now. As much as I want to get the Stegosaur, it is a sitting duck for that continuous trap. We are just going to go to the battle phase here and attempt to crash into Hyperaton. During the damage step, our World Dino Wrestling is going to trigger. Sick. And now we can proceed to main phase 2 unimpeded. All right, let's go for a copy of Soul Eating Oviraptor. We will activate the effect of this bad boy. We will go ahead and get ourselves a Miscellaneousaurus. Oh, do we want to? Is there other cool stuff we could get? Not that. Not that. Not that. I guess we could get Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That's pretty funny. Oh! Iguanodraka is pretty good. Yeah, let's get this card. We are going to fire the Pankratops here, and we are going to target the back row. Okay, Bloom comes down. We'll pop it. So the Oviraptor is now negated, but no big deal. We can use Iguanodraka to get rid of the Valioinx in our hand. Special itself. And then it can tag the Oviraptor out for a Dinowrestler Pankratops. We can Pankratops here as well to maybe pop the Sunvine Shrine. I don't know if that's the play. But I don't have another one, so we could go into Verte Anaconda and make Dragoon. God, that's miserable. There's no way that's the play, right? Okay, I'm starting to see why this deck is not particularly good. All right, Chad, you want to see Dragoon pass? I know that's what you want. Oh, poo-poo barf. There he is. We even drew the red eyes. All right, we're going to trigger Dragoon here. We're going to pop the Draconet. And unfortunately, we can't destroy the this card. We'll just go to end phase here. All that exciting stuff, and all we ended on was Dragoon pass. Well, I'll take it. Now, can Sun Avalon kill us on the crackback? That's the real question. I think the answer is probably. But if there's one thing I learned about Sun Avalon, it's that they're not particularly good at adapting to opponents' game plans. They've got 9 cards still in the extra deck, going for Sunseed Twin here. Wow. You can banish one. This gets them back a Plant Link monster. Ooh, and it would have to be Aromatherapy Jasmine. I think I'm okay with that. I want them to pay the cost of the Aromatherapy Jasmine. Normal summon Draconet. That is also fine. Sunseed Genus Loci. Ooh. Sure. What's the next step? We have 5 material available for linking, plus an additional one from the Sunvine Shrine. Okay, going for the dry ass here. And going for the dry 80s afterwards. What's the next step, buddy? Shadow, specialing a monster from the extra. I think I am probably negating this effect. You know what? No, go for it. I haven't seen anything frightening yet. Bellenglosser the Resurgent. Okay, that doesn't do anything to me. Yes, please. I think my opponent is under the impression that they have an out to Dragoon. But as you can see, they do not. All right, we'll go for the Dragoon here. You know what? Fuck it. Let's Foolish Burial Goods first. Let's go send another copy of World Dino Wrestling, and let's wrap this bad boy up. World Dino Wrestling Effect Engrave. Go ahead and get ourselves a Cystegosaur. That Cystegosaur is going to translate into a bunch more monsters. We'll activate the effect of the Cystegosaur. That is going to allow us to add from deck to hand. Let's see. We could get Capatera, which we have not, which would be very funny. We could get Eskrima, which we could normal summon without tributing. We could get Iguanodraka, which would be bad. We could get Colasat, which would also not be very good. Let's go for Capapater. We will normal summon Kapap. We'll activate the effect. What? How could this happen? Fine, fine, fine. Let's just Dragoon. We will pop the Bellenglosser, I think. Yeah. And we can also pop the Aromaseraphy Jasmine. Then we can make Dinowrestler Terra Parkourio. That's neat, right? That's, like, exciting, right? Okay, let's go to battle. Terra Parkourio into the Draconet. Gain a little bit of life points here, huh? What the fuck? What's going on? Why can't I attack with Dragoon of Red Eyes? What? What the friggin' heck? Since when was World Dino Wrestling a card that had downside? All right, we'll pass back to our opponent. Okay, now we might actually lose this one. I could see us pretty easily losing this one. The good news is our opponent has 5 cards in the extra deck. So there's not a ton they can do from here. No, that's fine. Bengal Lancer is not even a little bit of a problem for me. All right, we're going for Sunvine Shrine. That's okay. I don't want to pop the Sunvine Shrine because it opens up the extra deck for my opponent. Right now, it's keeping them on plant monsters only. Not that I think they really have anything other than plant monsters in the extra deck. Sunvine Healer. Rose Girl is activated. That's fine. I mean, we're getting there. I'm a little confused as to what the end goal is. A second Bellenglosser. There is Sunvine Maiden. There's Sunvine Melios. I think if I negate this, I win. Let me just check the grave real quick for bullshit. I do not see any. Yeah, why not? They sure did put a lot of resources into it. The last card in hand would have to be exactly triple tack. And it is not. Congratulations, me, for really outskilling my opponent. So as you can see, this is the future of Dinosaur. It's just a blind second deck that goes into Dragoon. That's the only way to play it, and it's all made possible by the Dino Wrestlers. I'm going to be real with you. The Dino Wrestlers, they're not fucking good. They're not good cards. Yes, Pancratops is strong. Yes, Stegosaur is decent. Oh, yes, Iguanodraco can do some fun stuff. Sure, they have like a Cyber Dragon, but at the end of the day, all it facilitates is useless monsters on your side of the field, and the best they can manage is turning into Verte Anaconda, which is a quality they share with about 15 other archetypes, many of which do not play cards as bad as Eskrima Menshi. I will say that the link into the link is pretty funny, but happens so infrequently that I don't think it's even worth considering. It's completely understandable how Go Onizuka got his back walls blown out by Iron Playmaker in the anime, and at the end of the day, realistically, I would prefer that Dino go extinct than limp along into the modern era in a deck or a shell like this. Folks, God, it feels so bad to say, but this deck, it's exactly as strong as the average Joe.